This is Chris Farra. I'm doing my video feedback for my experience in Dungeons and Dragons that I played on Wednesday night. I had a great group with Kenyanya, Willie, and Donna, and really felt like it was a great team building experience. And I could see it being used in my professional world in that sense that we do a lot of professional development the beginning of the year to kind of get acquainted with our other team members, where this could be used to kind of figure out some strengths and weaknesses. I work with a coaching staff as a coach at the middle school. There's five of us, and basically we were just kind of thrown into the fire, so to speak, without really knowing each other. And I could see this role playing being a good way of kind of letting certain people's character traits come out and maybe changing the roles and responsibilities of each coach to better fit what they're good at. And secondly, I like the idea of making decisions or the decision making processes that took place during the experience. And if you chose one way, you went down a certain path. If you chose another way, went down another path. And sometimes it sat in stark contrast to your group. Sometimes it was following along with your character, but um, I think that could be used to create a different relationship and dynamic with other teachers at in the education setting. Also, we brought this up plenty of times. Same thing applies role playing wise with parents and how to handle parents. The one part that did apply to my kids is the what I started to kind of imagine is a role playing scenario where um, I had a certain situation that would be set up, and basically right now my kids are studying environmental issues of Asia, and I kind of was, I guess, in the more infant stages of coming up with this, but a way to come up with different roles related to a environmental issue. Let's say, just take deforestation in Asia, for example. Have, the habitat itself, that's a role. Have the animals affected by it, that's a role. Have the people cutting down trees, that's a role. Have the company cutting down the trees, that's a role. Have the government, that's a role. Have person in America who cares about the environment, that's a role. And kind of look at this issue from a lot of different angles, and then kind of throw some curveballs in there where, let's say, people are traveling to go stop the deforestation and they're attacked by, I don't know, local rebels who don't necessarily have anything to do with the deforestation but are just there protecting their land. And I just saw, like, just kind of a huge picture drawn through role playing when all these roles are seen by each of my students. So I definitely felt like I had to follow along with this idea of role playing in environmental issues, because I had a few kids that not only like video games, but they also are extremely interested in the environment, and I felt like this would be a good way to kind of grab them and keep them engaged in the curriculum and the content that I'm covering right now. So this is my video feedback for Dungeons and Dragons for Dr. Siegel's class, and I look forward to playing Spore next week.